Welcome back, Warhammer Fantasy fans. This is Bonepile Miniatures. Today I would like to show you a quick scenery making project. I recently put together some shrubs or bushes to improve the natural scenery of my Warhammer table. And these pieces were featured in my last video that I produced about plasticard rivers. So I wanted to show you how I put them together. First of all, they are mounted on medium oval bases, as you see here in the photo, which is typically suited for cavalry. And these were just extra bases that I had laying around that I wasn't going to use for any other purpose. So for step one, I started with just painting the bases a typical brown color. Step 2. I gathered a bunch of bits from a Wood Elves Dryad kit, and these were just leftover parts from the sprue. I went ahead and cleaned them up and clipped a flat surface for each of them to connect to the base. For step 3, I painted the bits and then glued them down to the bases. I added 2 to 3 branches to each base, and I glued them down with super glue. Step 4, I added some spackling paste to form mounds around the bases of the branches. I did this to help reinforce the connection, and it also adds some variation to the surface of the base. And I also covered up the small dimple in the middle of the oval base. After I had let the paste dry a little bit, I went ahead and painted it the same brown color as the base. For step 6, I went outside and gathered some small rocks and sticks, and then I glued them down to the base with super glue. For step 7, I added some fine brown sand or ballast, and I glued the ballast down with some all-purpose glue. Then I added some different colors of sand or ballast. This one is a tan color. I also added some coarse gray and black. Next, I added some medium green turf to the entire base, and this was glued down with Loctite spray adhesive. Next, I added some green foliage to the branches and other spots on the ground. And I got the foliage from leftovers of an old tree making kit I had. And I glued down the foliage with all-purpose glue. After this, I added a few random bits to the bases like skulls and such. And then I sprayed everything down with a sealant. And here they are out on the table. I think they fit in pretty well with rivers, but they could really be used anywhere on the table. They could be by themselves, or added to a forest scene, or maybe hugging a road somewhere. I really enjoyed using dryad bits for this project. It makes a lot of sense to me because dryads are supposed to look like trees and shrubs. So using the extra amount of arms and such that I had laying around really made a lot of sense to me. And my goal was to keep the shrubs small, so the dryad arms worked perfectly for that. And I think these shrubs fulfill their purpose very well as a decoration piece for the plasticard rivers I built. I don't think I would consider them standalone obstacles like walls or hedges or trees, but of course you can play them that way if you would like to, because they are certainly a great choice to add a little variety to the battlefield terrain. And here are most of the products I used to put this project together. There's nothing here that's really exotic at all. And now I'm going to finish up this video with a final showcase of the end product. I really hope this video gives you some great ideas on how you can put together some shrubs for your Warhammer table. Thank you for joining us, and I'll see you on the next video. And of course, happy wargaming!